Besties.
What up?
We're back at it again.
What up,
Hi,
y'all?
I'm Amanda Savage. Who are you?
What up, y'all? DC Hendrix back at it.
We are here to talk about everything that happened on tonight's July 15th edition of NXT. It was an exciting show. A lot of fun things happened. There's been a lot that's happened in general since we last spoke. It's been a busy couple weeks in NXT. Um, should we just start with what was your best thing from the weekend?
The weekend.
Oh,
Wow.
well, we can make that broadly defined, or you can stick with just WWE if you want.
Yeah, I mean, the entire weekend. I mean, look, Evolution still got to be on everyone's mind.
Yeah,
Um, that entire show, top to bottom. It's
so
like
good.
it's to the point where that has to be annual. That has to be a yearly pay-per-view.
I agree. I
It's
think it
time.
gave a good opportunity to have some resets that wouldn't have otherwise happened. I think you have an opportunity to go somewhere with Charlotte Flair that was a total dead end before Evolution in particular. So, yeah, I agree. Evolution was great. You know what I was just thinking of that just sprung to the top of my head was I feel like Ricky Saints and Ethan Page kind of got buried in the just surplus of crazy matches that went on over the weekend. But their Great American Bash, there was some tricky spots in that. There was the same chair spot that happened somewhere else. Is it an AEW later? Is it the Mox match? It's like the same chair spot happened, I know, in a totally different event with two totally different people. And it was very much like, whoa, that's crazy. And I was like, hey, I just saw that. But yeah, I think Great American Bash was something that it was hard, or it was easy to miss almost, just of the way it was timed and things. So
Great
yeah,
American Bash did what it was supposed to do, and what it was
yeah,
supposed to do was get us basically to Heat Wave. I
yeah.
think Heat Wave is the big one where I think that's going to be where the tide changes a little bit. We might see a couple title changes, things like that, but I think it did what it was supposed to do. It had great matches, great storytelling. It did what it was supposed to do. Nothing crazy, no big
Yeah.
no really surprises, unless you were, I guess. I mean, I guess Blake Monroe was a little bit of a surprise. I guess if you weren't expecting her to turn heel so quickly, I
Yeah.
could see how that happened, with Great American Bash and then Evolution coming out of that weekend with Blake Monroe turning on Jordan Grace so quickly. So I guess coming out of that, you could have been surprised. But other than that, Great American Bash, in terms of NXT, sticking with the NXT roster, I think it did what it
Yeah.
was supposed to do.
Yeah. I think it pushed the stories forward, and then it got us set up nicely for things like tonight. So
Yeah.
we got to heat. We'll just jump into it. We won't go in order. I don't like going in order. Maybe I'm not a linear person. We can talk about what happens in the beginning. Is that there is some female fracas in the ring. JC Jane was disappointed in Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix. I've been kind of feeling like her girl should have had her back. They shouldn't have been able to be taken out by Blake Monroe, so she shouldn't have had help from Blake anyway. It kind of just that cascades into a preview almost for the Slammiversary match. Is it Masha? It's Masha, right? Long yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
One
Slamovich.
commenter told me I say the names or whatever wrong. It's not in my head forever. Whoever
Yeah,
you are.
writing them and saying them are two different things, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's like back when I was an NBA writer. I remember when I first started doing the NBA thing. Going from writing Giannis Antetokounmpo to saying it is like,
Yeah,
whoa,
totally different
it's
situation.
totally different. So
Yeah. So that's what
Masha's
happens with Yoshiki and Numira. I get tripped
Yoshiki.
up every time. I don't know. What am I saying? So
At least Hikaleo made it easy for us, and he's just
yeah,
Talatanga.
yeah. And he is tall. So you just go oh, he's the Tala Tonga.
Make it easy for us.
I still want
So
somebody.
look, I'm gonna be I want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy tonight.
Okay.
I think we're doing a little I love NXT. Obviously, that's why I love, that's why we started the show, Tuesday Night Besties.
Yeah.
I just think we're getting a little too far with the merging. it's becoming a little too much. Like at first it was cool getting the crossovers, but like now it's like it's starting to get a little too much.
Well, I
I'm
think
after
it's
plan it slows down, but at least for me, it's starting to get a little bit too much. Like there's too many people on the NXT roster that deserve TV time, deserve matches, deserve storylines to be having Joe Hendry and Mike Santana on every Tuesday night now. And then I did like that Callie Armstrong had a match finally on NXT. I like that. I just hope that the LFG thing doesn't go too far as well. Because like, why are we or Evolve? I mean, even that it's like you got LFG now, you got Evolve, you got TNA, you got NXT, and it's all being combined into one show now. And so it's like, at least for the last few weeks. So for me, it's just like I just want NXT, man. I just want my NXT people.
It's
That's
hard
just
too
me.
because I feel like if you don't then follow it up with following TNA, you can get a little confused. And I don't think that I don't feel like I'm someone who's disconnected from what happens in wrestling, right? Like it pops up, so I see it anyway. But I imagine that somebody else who's just like trying to watch NXT and doesn't really like, what is all this? And you kind of have to like sort it out in a way. So yeah, I agree. I wonder if it's more, you know what I would like? This is messed up, but I think mentally, if it was a clearly defined season, you know how like this is weird, but it's an odd comparison. But during Forbidden Door season in AEW, I just go, not for me. I'm not gonna know them. I'm gonna have a really hard time spelling everyone's name, frankly. As soon as I get a grasp, I'm like, who is who and who's like, because it's not just a who's who, it's like what is the depth of their career trajectory and what is like the actual story of like the narrative of this character of the last 15 years. It's not just right now. So I imagine if you're watching NXT and the system shows up, I think my best friend would not give two shits about Brian Myers in the way that I pop for Brian Myers. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, Brian Myers is here. I think like someone else would not have like that same emotional connection. So I guess in a way, it's like, I like it when it's and that's kind of grimy because I like it when it's the former WWE people. It's like, I want to see Ash by Elegance. I don't want to see Masha Slamovich. Like, why is that? It's like, I don't know. That's like my own thing too. But yeah,
it's just for me lately. It's just been too much going on. It's just
quite
I get it. I think Trick winning the TNA title was kind of what kind of got that started. I just think it's just gotten a little bit out of hand, and I'm hoping that Slammiversary when Mike Santana wins that it slows down a little bit. At least that's what I think is going to happen. So hopefully it's just short lived and it's just for now, and we go back to the normal NXT. But it's 4 shows combined right now.
It is, yeah. MDB's here. Hi, MDB.
Hey, what up, MDB?
Really appreciate your
normal
support.
crew back.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you can't see mine. The stupid filters blocking them out, but it's all good. They're out.
They are out. If I move, I just disappear. So I'm going to try to not move at all.
And also, so now Masha has already pinned JC Jane.
Right.
She's already pinned JC Jane.
Right.
And has already touched the title belt. So there's no way Masha wins. JC has to win now, right?
Well, then also,
or are we just burying JC?
And here's another thing, because I don't closely follow, I'm a little confused, I guess. Is it title for title? So yes. Now we're so like JC Jane is potentially just going to be walking around with both of them things, and or Mosh Slamovich is walking around with both of them things. I don't know. Yeah. Is there like a business reason for this? Is there I don't know, man. I don't know. It just It is a little it's a little heavy-handed.
So you're starting to get me a little bit. You're starting to understand.
It just feels a little like when they put a couple of these girls from Vanderpump Rules were just at a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City party, And it was like, we all know that you do not know these women. It's only because you want to like have a crossover bump for the ratings of the show or whatever. Like these chicks don't even belong here. So it's like, I think it's yeah, I think if it had a finite end, it was like a season, you know, if I knew like, oh, there's the like Slammiversary. Okay, we're pretty much like pulling back after that. It's not as heavy handed. But without that, without that like end point in mind, it is a little bit interesting how this is playing out for sure. I have a really hard time with plugging up. If we're gonna, that's insane to me. I don't know what they've done with that. What is it? What am I supposed to say? I'm along for the ride. Michael Hickenbottom, take me on a ride, because I do not understand how we're gonna have potentially 2 top titles clogged up by. I mean, no offense, clogged up, but like, what are we doing? I don't know. Okay. One thing I think we might be doing is I think that the Evolution Battle Royal made me feel pretty confident to not get attached to Lash Legend sticking around very long. I think she's definitely main roster bound. Like her predictability and the ability to pull off spots like that are something that I don't think they even have on the main roster right now, frankly. So she's a huge asset. I wonder if the same might not be true for Jada Parker. So that maybe makes a little more sense to me why I'm still struggling why there's not a Jada Parker or a Kalani Jordan title push occurring. Mm-hmm. And so I guess if the plan is that perhaps they're not long for NXT anyhow, it's not necessary. And then the only other one I almost think all this JC Jane shenanigans is leading up to Fallon Henley turning on her, which seems like a more logical choice. And I do think that I wrote it earlier today and I deleted it because I thought like, oh, it's kind of a weird reference that like, I don't like to be too niche, but I do feel like JC Jane has been the Shawn Michaels enough times. Like, I want to see her ass get Marty Jannetty, baby. Like, I want to see it. And so I do kind of hope that it's Fallon Henley. And I think it kind of sets up too. That could set up a potential that you almost have a departure of Fallon Henley with a fuzzy heel or face motivation. So it's a little more open-ended. Mm-hmm. If they have Kiana James coming back soon to the main roster, then I don't know if like any of that stuff fits together at all. But I suppose I thought that we were specifically told that the draft was occurring before SummerSlam. Like, I don't know if that was one of those reported by blah, blah, blah bullshits where like I take it as I commit it to memory as legitimate. And it's like,
it's been rumored to take place after SummerSlam. So
after SummerSlam.
September is the rumor right now. And that was
okay.
Trying to remember who the source was. Yeah.
I
don't remember the source. But yeah, I do remember. Yeah, PW Insider.
There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say I think it's PW.
Yeah, PW
Insider,
Insider.
I don't want to say it. Okay, so very good. After SummerSlam is a whole different ballgame then, because I do think when I keep anticipating like before, I'm like, what are we doing? But I do think after sort of makes a little bit more sense. What are we talking about? MDB says Smash has to win, in my opinion. Has to show some good faith since Trick won. Oh, I kind of do. I agree with that in some sense, because this is kind of weird. Like, it is almost like, although
it would be weird to just put double belts on WWE superstars and TNA.
Yeah.
So
that's a kind of odd one. And then okay. I see where people sometimes just listen, they don't watch. So MDB said they're laying the groundwork for a major storyline down the road, a Worlds Collide super event of sorts. So, okay, similarly to what did they call it? It was called wasn't called Wrestle Dynasty. Maybe it was called Wrestle Dynasty because then they separately had AEW Dynasty. Maybe it was. That was Wrestle Dynasty, right? Where it was like CMLL, Stardom, New Japan, and AEW. So I guess we're already cooking on like a TNA, AAA, WWE, NXT situation. Okay, I get it. I'm along for the ride. Okay,
along for the ride. Gonna try to enjoy it. I will say though, so that while I got my rant out of my system about just too much going on and too many shows combined on NXT, which this week I think was I think this week it was just a little bit more so than usual.
Yeah.
It's not like that every single week. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's usually just like a quick segment or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll keep our eyes out to see where that ends up. But one thing I did enjoy tonight, my best of the best was the triple threat match, Amanda.
Oh.
The triple threat match was my favorite part. What a fire match! And if you missed it, I am talking about Channing Stacks Lorenzo face
Yeah.
Luca Crucifino and Tony D'Angelo in a triple threat match. Tony D walks out with the spine buster on Stacks, pins him, and Tony D finally gets, I don't want to say redemption or nothing like that because it's not over. It's not over.
You
They're
don't
just
think
getting
it's
started.
over?
It's not over. It's not over. No, Stacks ain't gonna let him slide with just that. So Tony D finally gets a dub in this series that we're gonna get, and then this I think the storyline's gonna take some more. It's gonna take some more time. I'm enjoying Stacks and Tony D a little bit more now, especially after the match tonight. I'm enjoying the drama, seeing where Luca fits in. It kind of feels like he's trying to make his own lane. So it's like three different guys in their own now instead of together. And I'm enjoying it. That match was really enjoyable tonight. I went in with admittedly low expectations, to be honest. I didn't really have high expectations. But that match was actually really good. I really enjoyed that triple threat. So shout out Stacks, Tony D, and Luca Crucifino.
I love it when they go through that little wall off to the side of commentary. Like, I love those spots. But this one in particular was fun because you didn't actually, like, you should go back and watch it, but like the final minute or so is pretty compelling stuff because it's like you have Luca Crucifino's down, then you have like they basically disappear through that little wall, but instead of just like the way that Stacks would have had to probably take a running leap to get himself that air. That's not someone threw him. That's like he ran and jumped out because he got so far. And then Tony D just like emerges like he's coming out of a cave. Like it's actually just a really nice moment. I would have liked to see the I wonder if they have a different camera angle because like from above was a cool look, but I think from the ground, like off to the side, like what did that camera look like? Because you're literally seeing him just fly out and then someone else like pop out and be really proud of themselves. So anyhow, you really think that it's going to keep going?
I do. Yeah. At least I hope. I hope they're not done. I want to see more.
Yeah.
I want this to go on. There's not in my personal opinion, not a whole lot of stories going on in NXT right now, and this is one that is legitimate. It has, it makes sense, and I don't think it's over. To me, it's one game to one.
That's true. That's fair.
It's a tie series in my eyes. So
we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that progresses. I like it when they tell me something is like the final time, and then it's never really the final time. So I don't know why I would think like, oh, they said it's over. It's not over. They cannot. Every time you think you're out, they suck you right back in. It's the family. It's just like the Sopranos. Duh. Okay, what else happened here tonight? Oh, Blake Monroe had a mean segment.
I'm trying to see if I can share. I was trying to share my screen is what I was trying to do.
You know what? I shout out to SP3 because I was on a show with him and he like was busting out. It was like pics and all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Like, how do you do this? Like, I'm sure it's something I could learn. When I was really like, oh, that's neat. That helps to talk like what you're talking about to see it visually. What are you looking up? Oh, I see it. Do I have to push it? Oh, do I have to push it? Add to stage. Oh. You look like DJ Jazzy Jeff. Yes, so good.
It's been a while since I've seen that look in the Don's eyes. Oh,
let's go, Tony D. Tony D.
Their table. It's funny is I thought the table spot was first. Oops.
D'Angelo into the cover.
Let's go.
Yeah.
In case y'all missed it. Mr. Tony D.
Missed it. Don't copyright strike us, Hickenbottom.
That's right.
It was only a couple seconds. It's transformative. We are discussing this. Okay. Educational commentary.
Educational purposes.
I watch so many weird commentary videos, and they always have like a super long disclaimer at the beginning. Like, I'm transforming this work. So yeah, I think that sounds like it makes sense, that stacks, if you will, that they would continue feuding. I think that's probably, I see Tony D as someone on their way to the main roster as well.
Oh,
so
for
it's
sure.
like you're just kind of hanging out for a hot minute.
Sure.
The only thing that I would think that might change that, the only thing would be if he is in any way, and I don't know, maybe I'm just a Lululemon, but I feel like he could be in that Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman situation.
Ooh.
And that's the thing that I keep thinking that it could have been. I'm trying to think, when did they start saying like for the last time? Like, was it last week? I don't know. There's so many things, right? Like I don't know the dirt on Seth Rollins, because I feel like everyone has a different story, and like that never makes sense to me. So
everyone has a different timetable,
like a little bit different of a thing. But when I thought about that, I was like, oh, maybe that's something that they've already been slightly aware of, and they're like, okay, wrap it up. We're wrapping up Tony.
I feel like if it was something serious and they were even worried at all, we would have, I don't want to say they would have just stripped them of the Money in the Bank right away, but they would have at least like teased it.
But I also think, this kicks me on the computer. I also think that if you already know you're scheduled to be in Birmingham, which is like where all the fancy surgeons that they always use are, like that's where that one sports clinic is. Yeah. And it's just like the way that things lined up, it seems almost like it's a chronic issue that like he knows needs to be fixed, but that it like could push it just a tiny bit longer. And then they created this storyline reason, but nobody take that for fact. I don't know that. Nobody's told me that. It just seems like
I've seen a picture of him walking with crutches.
Yeah. So
did you see that one?
Yeah. I also saw a video where he gets out of the ring and the way he's like screaming fuck seems too weird. And I was like, is it fake? Like, I don't know. It's hard because it's like,
I like that idea though, Amanda. Tony D with Braun Breaker and them.
Tony D and them and it gives him something to do, because I do worry about.
Was their name the Empire, or were they just called that night?
Well, I don't know, because then I remember a different week he called them something else, because it was something I thought
I don't think they have a name yet.
No, I don't think they have a name yet.
Maybe Tony D can help.
Maybe Tony D could help.
I like that.
He could name that squad. He can fix it up. You know what would also be fun is for him to run into Pretty Deadly. Like, I just want to see Tony D accidentally bump in to like Kit Wilson. Like, wait a second, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Tony D for me, if he's called up, he seems more like a SmackDown guy to start off.
Kind of does seem like a SmackDown guy.
I feel like Tony D is more of a SmackDown guy. I do think I think you have to call him up as quickly as possible, because it's just one of those moments. Same thing with Wes Lee. It's like once you start running out of stuff to write for them and start running out of ideas, it's time. It's time. You got to move them up and try to find some new things, because NXT is just getting more stacked by the day, especially with all these LFG winners and Evolve wrestlers that are going to start coming over now in TNA partnership. So yeah, Tony D is definitely one that I think they're really going to have to try to find something for him. He's the NXT North American champion, same like Wes Lee, North American champion. So they're legitimate mid-card contenders. It's just, you got to find, the right story for them. But right now, I'm really enjoying Stacks and Tony D. That's honestly one of my favorite storylines right now.
Something I'm looking forward to next week. They teased in a backstage segment, speaking of LFG, Trick Williams was not very nice to Team Undertaker backstage, and therefore it appears that Undertaker has responded. I think they show it on the show, but I do know that he said that he will be there next week.
Undertaker will be there to confront Trick Willie next week.
Trick Willie's got everyone on his tail. He can't catch a break, this guy. Now he's got the Undertaker after him too.
Hey,
brother.
You messing up when the Undertaker's after you.
You do know
Trick
you're messing
gotta
up when
get
the
it together.
Undertaker's coming for you. Which does that make the Undertaker and Joe Hendry sort of in an alliance?
I hope not. I really hope one of my goats does not align with Joe Hendry. I still wouldn't like him, so I still wouldn't like Joe Hendry. So
can you appreciate his incredibly symmetrical face? He looks like a Ken doll. That's not a real human. I dispute it. Let me poke it and see.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it every time. He is definitely someone. I think I've said it before, man. He is definitely
please
someone
don't clip that. Whoever does these clip things, please don't clip that. I just said something so stupid. Please, dear God.
I probably will, just because you said that. He's going to include that in it too. Joe Hendry is one of those people. Either you love him or you hate him. For sure.
That's probably true.
For sure. There's a lot of Joe Hendry lovers out there. They believe. I don't believe.
Yeah, we do. The Tortas believe. Okay. What else happened tonight? Oh, so there was
the whole entire first hour was nothing but disqualifications. that's what we missed.
That's true. Problems after problems. Can't get a match to finish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the first. Wasn't it Dark State?
Yes.
Yeah, for the Callie Armstrong, Carmen Petrovich, Evolve Women's Championship match ended in disqualification.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
And then Dark State won by disqualification.
Yep.
Because of the system.
Yes, indeed.
So
take the fight to Dark State. Yep. Yeah. Jordan Grace was pretty spicy, so she got mad, so she interrupted that Evolve Women's Championship for sure. I was glad we got to see Carmen Petrovich for like a little bit at least, because I do like her. I feel like she's someone that has one of those solid gimmicks that I know that this is not everyone's cup of tea in wrestling, but I do think that there is something to be said for having a gimmick that any old person off the street can just see on TV and go, oh, it's a ninja girl, or like, oh, karate girl. You know what I mean? Like, there's something that is important about having a finite character, and she already has it built in. She's someone they could get the.
I really like Carmen Petrovich. I'm really glad they got away from that love triangle crap.
That was so dumb.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they course corrected too, because I do think that in an alternate universe or with perhaps a different booker, I'm not going to name any names, but sometimes they try to stay the course too long. And like, sometimes you just got to go like, no, this is dumb. Like, people don't like it. Not only is it dumb, but like the people kind of think it's dumb. And that's not just the internet community thinks it's dumb.
Like the people that are literally in it.
Or the people are like, oh, this is weird. Like, we don't care about this. So I was happy to see her, but they did get interrupted by Jordan Grace, who then just ended up sort of getting interrupted herself. Like Stevie Turner and Robert Stone were not having her problems. They were trying to get the ship righted here, but instead there was a Blake Monroe video package. I really love her as a performer, but I wonder if they're like trying to make it too. It's not. It's NXT. It's the right fit for NXT. Stop, Amanda.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
It's like,
you're not feeling it?
It's not that I'm not feeling it, because I am. I just feel like it's also sort of.
You don't like it. I could tell. You don't like it. You're not feeling Blake Monroe, are you?
I feel like there is. Oh, you know what? I'm not deep in Sabrina Carpenter lore, so that's one piece of it. So
it's not really our demographic. Like,
I mean, like being.
At least I feel like
drinking wine and being a man hater is for sure my demographic, but I feel like there's something like the deeper layer of like lore around Sabrina Carpenter, and like all the shittery is all I can think of to say. It's like, I think it's like Taylor Swift stuff. It's like there's a difference between just drinking the wine and hating men and then being like way down this rabbit hole of like, oh my God, the liner notes said fucking blah, blah, right? So I think that there's a possibility that it's references that are going over my head, but like, I don't get the mixture of almost like, there's like a vintage vibe to it. So I get that. It's like a 50s housewife cartoonishness. But then there's also like, I'm not sure. I think they're trying to take as many pieces of the existing Mariah May character, which is not something that was okay, let's be real. Let's put the respect on her name. She came into AEW with a fully formed character, and I will always say I believe that was one of the major reasons why that Timeless Tony Storm thing worked, because Mariah May as a performer was already well aware of who Mariah May was, right?
Correct.
And so I think it's very possible that Blake Monroe is quite aware of who Blake Monroe is, but kind of the ability to negotiate that within a WWE system is probably a little bit fascinating, because I think she's getting to do what she wants, but I think there's also other cooks in the kitchen that are maybe making it a little bit muddied. The production,
I'm loving it. Like I'm loving it. I am. I think everything came together with the heel turn on Jordan. Up to that point, I was kind of like, all right, this is corny. Like, at first, I wasn't feeling it at first, because it was like that character isn't a baby face. The character that she was portraying that they were heading towards, that's not a baby face character. The character that they're going towards is the blondes that we hated in high school, right? Yeah. Those blondes that thought they were better than everyone. They were captain of the cheerleading squad, you know, those kind of girls. We hated them. We don't like them. Like, we're not cheering for you. Get out of here. Like, have you not seen Mean Girls? Like, what is this?
Exactly.
Like, so come on. She had to go heel, and once she went heel, it all came together. And I can say I'm enjoying it, and I really hope she gets the title.
I can agree with that. I would like to see her get the title. I think I want to see her be meaner. Maybe that's my issue.
Oh, she's gonna be meaner. Don't worry.
I think I think there's a great depth of meanness there. That definitely MTV says he cannot relate. He loves swamps. Thanks, MTV.
Look.
Those girls in my high school did so much coke, they would get kicked out of everything. And it was never to me like an aspirational moment. I was like, oh, that seems sad. Your dad is gonna be paying for rehab in like 6 months. But I get the notion. That's what's interesting about Tiffany Stratton, is that she was very much a heel in NXT. The character hasn't changed a whole hell of a lot, other than she got like minorly bullied by Nia Jax, minorly, and then they're still like, oh, babyface now. It's like, that's kind of odd. Like I feel like she's naturally more dislikable.
It's because the difference in her character is because like hers is like the ditzy one. So you got the like ditzy one that's like kind of naive, you know? Yeah. And then you got the ones that just think they're just better than everyone.
I do think that Blake Monroe will be probably one of the most evil characters.
Yes. At least I'm hoping.
I'm hoping too. And I hope they let it actually land as evil. You know what I mean? Like that. Do you remember how they used to we talked about it. I remember we thought it was dumb. Who was it? Oh God. JD McDonough. Why would I could only think of his real name, which is weird. I never think
Big
of
Head.
But Big Head. Oh, beloved Big Head. Okay.
Big Head.
When good old Big Head was in NXT, and it was supposed to be like this weird, like medically exacting sociopath type of a thing. I think that if they did not quite so creepy, but like made it very clear, like, this girl's crazy. Like, this isn't normal crazy. This is like real crazy. But not the unhinged kind, like the American Psycho kind. That would probably be the best direction, in my opinion. I do hope she wins.
Me too.
But then are we talking about Is Slammiversary first?
Yes.
Okay, so then what the so I wonder if TNA just wanted their belt on her as well.
Maybe. We'll see.
It's interesting.
It
So
all
that's
depends
amazing.
on Masha and JC's match. We'll see how it goes.
When
But
is
yeah, though,
Slammiversary?
I'm really enjoying like I said, Blake Monroe, I'm enjoying her character. In terms of the women's division, I think she's on top right now in terms of her character work. Don't got a whole lot to measure in terms of the wrestling aspect of it, but in terms of what I'm enjoying the most, I'm enjoying the I don't want to use the word evolution, but I'm enjoying the creation, recreation, resurrecting, whatever you want to call it, of her character and trying to find, herself in NXT. So yeah, I enjoyed her vignette tonight a lot more than probably the normal person. I'm loving it.
Nice. I'm glad. It's coming together. Hey, you know who turned heel? Josh Briggs. Does anyone care? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
don't
kind of
know.
over
I don't
they
give
don't know what to do with him. Like,
I don't give
it's
two
like,
shits about this. We're gonna have another
they
title
don't know
match.
what to
It's a
do,
triple
Amanda.
threat.
Like, I've never seen someone go babyface to heel so often, and it's driving me nuts. Like, just leave the dude as a heel and leave it alone.
I think they should have never tinkered with it in the first place. I think just Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs should have stayed together. I don't see if they wanted to. They had it written in there and cut foul and loose. They could have just stuck right there. There was literally no reason to do that. So I don't know if that's. Do we know? Do we know if Brooks Jensen is ever returning?
No update yet.
I don't know about that. Okay, so I definitely wait, what? I don't know.
No update.
I was yeah,
Sorry, everyone. I have a newborn baby. It's late at night. I apologize.
Oh, what else even happened on this show? Pretty much nothing. We got it. We wrapped it up. Josh Briggs turned heel. No one cares. That Britt Baker gif. No one cares. It's mean, but it's true. No one cares about this. Oh yeah, that's true. MDB, thank you. Clarified. I was like, I don't understand. He said Chris Statlander definitely exists, DC, and then she turns babyface to heel, babyface to heel.
I don't watch AEW, so.
But the problem with that comparison is that it actually has some storyline relevance. Josh Briggs is just like, yeah, that's pretty much it. We did it. We wrapped it up. They have the only other thing that I know that we didn't talk about is that Lexis King was making fun of Miles Bourne, and it was really annoying. But I am sensitive about things like that, so I probably wouldn't have found it funny, but somebody else might have. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that's on my list. We did it. We're done. Thank you so much for joining us. You guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.